Today's gonna be a fun one. We're gonna pour some jigs, we're gonna tie it into like a fly kind of thing, and then we're gonna go fish them and catch some fish. Gotta get the melting pot plugged in, and I'm gonna give it a little kickstart here with the torch. Today's plan is a roundhead bluegill jig. This is the mold, number 50622. Maybe that's the wrong number. It's a roundhead jig, RHB-7-A. These have a little bit of a body to them, using a mustad size 6 hook. So I have 9 hooks laid out here. If you're ever gonna make like a one-off jig, don't make one, because as soon as you cast that sucker, it's gonna end up in a tree, you're gonna lose it, and it's gonna suck. So I'm gonna do 3 variations, 3 apiece. I've got multiple powder colors, and I'm gonna change. These are gonna be like a jig mixed in with a fly. I've got 3 different powder coat colors that we're gonna go with for the jig head. I've got a chartreuse, a white, and an orange. So I'm gonna do 3 of each, and then after I get them poured, we're gonna tie them. So if you look at the mold, it tells you exactly what size jig it is and what hook right below it. So this is a 32nd ounce jig with a number 6 hook. So right there we've got our hook in the mold. We have to carefully shut it. I have to come over this again, clean the junk off the top. Just keep wham bam pounding them out. Got ourselves 9 juicy looking jigs. Ooh, yeah, I like it. So we got ourselves 9 jigs. We're gonna do 3 whites, 3 chartreuse, and 3 of these orange, blaze orange. Want to make sure that powder's nice and loose. We're going to start with the white ones first. So I like to just grab it by the eyelet. If you grab it by the eyelet like that, when you go to dip it in the powder, you don't end up getting powder in the eyelet, so you don't have to poke it out. You have to be careful if you're using a MAP gas torch, because these will melt this like pretty dang fast if you're not watching out. But kind of just, you gotta feel it out. And just like that, I melted it. See what I'm saying? Too long. Didn't follow my own rules. Alright, try it again. Get it hot. Swirl it around in the powder. Dump off the extra. And then I'm gonna hang it in the oven. I'm gonna melt them all at once, so gonna get all 8 of them, I guess, now ready to rip. Back to the scheduled programming. You want to knock that extra powder off, otherwise you're going to get kind of a clumpy, ucky looking jig. And nobody wants a clumpy, ucky jig. Blaze orange. $3.50. About 30 minutes. Hot Pockets are done. Now we gotta let them cool. So this is where things start to get juicy. I've got my 3 white jigs, 3 chartreuse, and 3 orange. And we're going to tie up a rubber leg jig. We'll start with one of these white ones. So now it's time to tie this jig. So I'm going to come in here with my thread, start wrapping around the head area. Come back over where I started. Trim the tag. And now we're going to need some sort of rubber legs. This right here is our wubba. I'm going to make a loose couple of wraps. Kind of disperse the rubber around and tighten it up. Okay, like that. So we're going to wrap in front, and then we're going to wrap the front of this rubber up tight, so that way all of our rubber extremities are pointing backwards. So now we've got all this rubber. It looks absolutely magnificent. Oh yeah, that's nice. So if I was smart, I would have some chenille here, or chenille, however you pronounce it, and you'd start wrapping it at the head to build up your body. But unfortunately, I am not smart, and I don't have any of that. So what we're going to do is take some black bucktail. This may work, this may not. We're going to use this stuff, Crystal Flash. So now I've got a mixture of a little bit of bucktail and some Crystal Flash. And you want to keep that pinched tight. I'm going to go right up under this jig head. Do some wrappage. All this excess. Got to trim. We're going to take our bucktail and a little bit of flash. We're going to spin it up into a body, but also let some of these hairs fly out. Oh my goodness, is that beautiful. So now I'm back here. We're going to come around, wrap it up tight. Trim that flash back. We want a little bit of flash sticking up. And then we're just going to wrap around that flash a little bit more, heading back up towards the head. And we've got a jig of some sort that looks like it might catch some fish. So we're going to finish this off with our whip finish tool. So now I've got myself a couple of sparkly little doodads. I'm gonna make a pile of them with the rest of my jigs here, and then we're gonna fish them. Dang, dude. First one on the custom jig, and that one's a pretty dang nice one. Not too shabby. We'll let them go. This is a relatively deep, clear water lake. And the way I'm working this, I have it under a bobber. I'm just reeling it in and then giving it a little pop every now and then. Absolute slab slaying jig, dude. Number 2. Little guy, but you get the point. It works. You want to give these rubber legs some action, so I just kind of reel up and just like twitch the tip. There's a fish. This one's good. This one's really good. Oh, it's a bass. Look at that guy. Look at that, the bass can't even resist it. It's a little guy, but fun on ultralight tackle. Another one. What is this one? Another little bass. My only concern is this thing coming apart from catching too many fish. Biggin? Not a bad one. Not big, but probably 6-inch. Yum, 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 yum. This thing is freaking bass candy. Dang boy, there's a bluegill. Let me tell you what, the old Morse Labs rubber-legged bucktail Chanel not having jig sure catches some fish. Whoa, let me tell you what. It seems like the presentation I made, it looks real enough like some sort of larva that they'll eat it just sitting still. Oh, golly. That was a fish. There's another one. Ooh, right in the frickin' mouth. Beautiful jig. Nice little bluegill. And a good day to do it. It's actually nice out. Little to no wind. No rain. This is crazy. Whatever this is, it's big. Big bass? Northern? Oh, nice bass. Oh, dang boy. 4-pound test, largemouth fishing. That's a freaking chunk. Look at that. This tiny little jig. That's a decent bass. It's probably like a 1.5 pound, 2-pounder. Not a bad largie. Not bad at all. I was hoping that was like a 1.5 foot bluegill, you know, 17, 18 inch. Yeah, right, huh? There she is. There she is. These are like green sunfish, I think. Yeah, that's got to be a green sunfish. Them are nice ones. See the big mouth on them? There ain't nothing like tying a freaking lure, man, and using it and slaying the fish. stuck them. Oops, I didn't mean to do that, buddy. Ow! Kaplunk! Another bass. You'd think I was out here bass fishing with all these frickin' jumbos we're getting. The little tentacles hanging out the back, just when you pop it, they look super juicy. Well guys, the jig works. Had a freaking blast. We made our own jig, caught some fish, had a good time. So I'm gonna wrap this one up here. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not, and I'm gonna probably do this again with different species coming soon. So see you guys next video.